There are truths so sharp, so unrelenting, that they cut through every illusion you've built around your life. Truths that do not comfort you, but expose you. They do not cradle you in hope. They strip you bare until nothing false remains. Most people run from these truths their entire lives. They hide in distractions, bury themselves in entertainment, drown in endless noise. But no matter how far they run, the truth waits, silent, patient, unyielding. The Stoics did not run. They turned toward the truth. They faced it like warriors, not because it was pleasant, but because it was the only path to freedom. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Don't hope that events will turn out the way you want. Welcome events in whichever way they happen. This is the path to freedom." Freedom is not found in comfort. It is found in courage, in daring to see life exactly as it is, without illusions, without excuses. And this is why the Stoics gave us 6 brutal truths. Truths that can make you weep when you first face them. But tears are not weakness. They are purification, the breaking of chains, the doorway to strength. Today, you will face them too. Not softly, not gently, but with the same raw honesty that has guided philosophers, warriors, and seekers for centuries. The first brutal Stoic truth is this: pain is not your enemy, pain is your teacher. Most of humanity spends life avoiding pain. They numb it, deny it, curse it. But the Stoics knew, running from pain only makes it chase you harder. True freedom begins the moment you stop fearing suffering and start listening to it. Because every wound carries wisdom, every struggle carries a lesson, and every tear shed is a cleansing fire that burns away weakness, leaving only resilience behind. The first truth will hurt. It must hurt, because only pain has the power to wake you up. Now let us go deeper into the heart of this truth and discover why pain is not a punishment, but the most sacred guide of all. Pain is the classroom no one volunteers to enter, yet it is the only one that truly shapes the soul. Think of your life. What moments defined you the most? Were they the days of comfort when everything went as planned? Or were they the nights you felt broken, alone, and uncertain if you'd ever rise again? The truth is clear. Growth does not come from ease. It comes from wounds, from battles fought in silence, from losses that carved wisdom into your bones. Epictetus, who endured slavery and hardship, said it best: difficulties show a person to themselves. Pain strips away illusions. It reveals what is false and forces you to see what is real. It teaches resilience, humility, and courage in ways comfort never can. Imagine the blacksmith's fire. Raw metal is placed into the flames, hammered again and again until it becomes a sword. Without the fire, without the strikes, it remains shapeless. So it is with you. When life burns, it forges. When life strikes, it sculpts. And when life wounds, it awakens. But here lies the brutal truth. Most people waste their pain. They curse it, drown in it, or numb it with endless distractions. They never ask, what is this pain here to teach me? The Stoic way is different. They welcome pain as a tutor, not with joy, but with strength. They bow to its lessons, even as tears fall, because they know suffering without learning is wasted suffering. The first Stoic truth is not meant to make you comfortable. It is meant to set you free. Because once you stop fearing pain, you stop being controlled by it. And in that moment, you become untouchable. This is the gift hidden in agony, the teacher hidden in tears, the freedom hidden in wounds. Now that you've faced the first truth, prepare for the second. A truth even more shattering. One that will confront you with life's most merciless reality. Everything you love will eventually be taken from you. Look around you. Every face you see, every hand you hold, every place you cherish, one day, all of it will vanish. This is not cruelty. This is the natural law. Everything born will die. Everything gathered will scatter. Everything created will fade. Yet, This is the truth most people refuse to face. They live as if those they love are eternal, as if the moments they treasure will repeat forever. And so they take them for granted, until loss strikes like a storm they were never prepared for. The Stoics faced this truth daily. They practiced what they called premeditatio malorum, to meditate on the possibility of loss before it came. Not to become cold, but to become grateful. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you kiss your child, say to yourself, 'Tomorrow they may die.'" Shocking words, yes, but they carry a hidden tenderness, because if you remember impermanence, you stop wasting love, you stop postponing gratitude, you stop living tomorrow, and you start living now. Think of a flower. Its beauty lies in its fragility. It blooms, radiant, for only a short time. Would you love it more if it lasted forever? Or is its fleeting nature what makes it sacred? So it is with everything in your life. The meal with your family, the laughter of a friend, the sound of your parents' voice, the warmth of the sun on your skin. All of it is temporary, and because it is temporary, it is priceless. Here is the second brutal Stoic truth. You will lose everything, and that is why you must love everything, now, fiercely, without delay. Negative thinking grows when you cling to permanence in a world that promises none. But freedom comes when you release the illusion of forever. When you embrace the fragility of all things, every moment becomes infinite. This is the wisdom hidden in loss, not despair, but devotion, not fear, but gratitude. Now that you've seen this truth, prepare yourself, because the next Stoic law pierces even deeper. It will force you to look at the one enemy you've been carrying within you all along, your own ego. Most people live their whole lives convinced that their enemies are out there, the people who betray them, the systems that oppress them, the circumstances that hold them back. But the Stoics knew a darker truth. The greatest enemy you will ever face lives inside your own mind. It is your ego. The ego whispers constantly, "I deserve more. I cannot be wrong. I am better than them." And when life proves otherwise, pain becomes unbearable. Seneca wrote, "You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire." The ego demands endless time, endless recognition, endless victories, and when reality denies it, the mind collapses into rage, envy, and despair. Think of the times your pride has blinded you, the arguments you refused to end, the apologies you never gave, the grudges you carried like chains, all of them born from ego. The Stoics practiced humility as a weapon against this enemy. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, the most powerful man in the world, reminded himself daily, "You are but a soul carrying a corpse." If the ruler of an empire could see himself as dust and bone, who are we to cling to arrogance? Here lies the third brutal Stoic truth. You are your own obstacle. The battles outside mean nothing if the war within is lost. But when you slay the ego, when you choose humility over pride, when you let go of the need to always be right, freedom enters. Because then, no insult can shake you, no failure can define you, no praise can control you. You walk steady, not as a god among men, but as a human who has mastered themselves, and that mastery is rare. It is why so many remain trapped in bitterness and illusion. Now that you've faced your ego, prepare for the next truth, one that is even harder to swallow. You are entitled to nothing, and the world owes you absolutely no favors. One of the deepest roots of human suffering is entitlement. The belief that life owes you happiness, that others owe you kindness, that the world should unfold according to your plans. But the Stoics crushed this illusion with a brutal truth. You are entitled to nothing, not love, not fairness, not even tomorrow. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good." The moment you believe you deserves something. Resentment is born the instant you don't get it. Expectations breed bitterness. Demands breed disappointment. Think of it. When was the last time you felt angry, hurt, or betrayed? Was it not because reality refused to match your expectations? The Stoics freed themselves by expecting nothing. They walked into each day understanding that everything is borrowed. Their health, their possessions, their relationships, their very breath. Seneca said, "Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life." This is not pessimism. This is liberation. When you stop demanding, everything becomes a gift. The smile of a stranger, the presence of a friend, even the silence of solitude, none of it is guaranteed. And that is what makes it precious. Here lies the fourth brutal Stoic truth. Life owes you nothing. And when you accept that, every negative thought that grows from unmet expectation dies instantly. You do not suffer because life is unfair. You suffer because you believed it should be fair. Release that belief, and peace enters. Release entitlement, and gratitude blossoms. Release demands, and freedom begins. Now that you've seen this, prepare for the fifth Stoic truth. A truth even harsher, because it strips away the last excuse you hold on to. You are responsible for everything in your life. Not others, not fate, not fortune. You. The human mind is a master of blame. It blames parents. It blames partners. It blames society, luck, fate, even the gods. And with every ounce of blame, power slips away. Because the moment you declare, "It's not my fault," you also declare, "It's not in my control." The Stoics rejected this poison. They lived by a merciless but freeing truth. You are not responsible for what happens to you, but you are fully responsible for how you respond. Epictetus, born into slavery, beaten and broken, said, "They may chain my body, but my will is free." Think about that. If a man who had no freedom could still claim mastery of his mind, what excuse remains for us? Radical responsibility is brutal. It leaves no room for self-pity, no room for victimhood, no room for excuses. It demands that you stop pointing outward and turn inward. Not, "Why did this happen to me?" but, "What will I do with it?" The truth is simple. Pain will come, loss will come, injustice will come. But whether you are broken by it or built by it, that choice is yours. Think of fire. Throw wood into it, it burns. Throw gold into it, it shines. Throw hardship into a disciplined mind, it transforms into wisdom. This is the fifth brutal Stoic truth. No one else is coming to save you. No one else is responsible for your peace. Your life is yours alone. It is terrifying, it is heavy, but it is also the most empowering truth you will ever face. Because when you finally accept that it is all on you, you stop waiting for rescue and start creating freedom. Now, prepare for the sixth and final Stoic truth, the one that ties all others together, the one that forces you to confront the deepest reality of existence. You will die, and because of that, you must live. Every breath you take is a step closer to the end. Your heart beats, and with each pulse, the sand in your hourglass falls. Yet most people live as if death is a distant rumor, as if tomorrow is promised, as if eternity is secretly theirs. The Stoics tore this illusion apart with the harshest truth of all: you will die. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. Not tomorrow, not years from now, now." This is not meant to paralyze you. It is meant to awaken you, because the awareness of death is not a curse. It is clarity. Think of the things that consume your mind, the petty arguments, the endless scrolling, the fear of what others think, the obsession with what you don't yet have. Now picture lying on your deathbed. Would any of it matter? Would any of it hold weight? No. Death strips life of illusions and leaves only the essential: love, presence, courage, gratitude. The sixth brutal Stoic truth is this: you are running out of time, and the only tragedy is not that you will die, but that you never truly lived. When you remember death, you stop postponing your life. You stop waiting for the right moment. You stop hiding in fear. You live now. You love now. You act now. Because death is certain, but life is not. This final truth will break you at first. It may even bring tears, but then it will set you free. Because once you embrace mortality, you finally know how to live. You have faced them now. 6 truths that cut like blades. 6 truths that do not comfort, but awaken. 1. Pain is your teacher. 2. Everything you love will be taken. 3. Your greatest enemy is your own ego. 4. Life owes you nothing. 5. You are responsible for everything within your control. 6. You will die, and that is why you must live. Each truth is brutal. Each truth can bring tears, but tears are not weakness. They are cleansing. They are the proof that something deep inside you is breaking open. The Stoics did not seek comfort. They sought freedom, and freedom only comes when you stop hiding from reality. Most people spend their lives running from these truths. They numb themselves with distraction. They drown themselves in denial, and in the end, they die without ever having truly lived. But you are different. You have chosen to face what others fear. You have dared to look into the mirror of reality, no matter how painful. And now you are free. Free to suffer, but not to be broken. Free to love, knowing it may be lost, yet loving fully anyway. Free to walk humbly, without ego's chains. Free to live without entitlement, receiving everything as a gift. Free to act with responsibility, not excuses. Free to cherish each moment, because death walks beside you. This is what it means to live stoically, not as a statue without feeling, but as a soul unshaken by life's storms. You will cry at these truths. You will bleed by them. But in that pain, in that honesty, you will finally discover what the Stoics discovered: that the only real chains are illusions, and the only real freedom is courage. Remember this, live this, and you will never be the same again.